Bello can read the numbers. That is the thing none of us saw coming, least of all her. Not the language, not the grammar, not the meaning, not the deep structures I spent 60 years learning to hear. Just the numbers, the coordinates. She had been copying my transcriptions for months, logging every crossing, every return, every numeral I carved, and somewhere in all that careful watching, she had learned to count in the tongue of a dead civilization, the way a child learns to count before it learns to speak. She told us in the cavern 3 hours after Holt vanished, while Reyes was still gripping my arm, and the door was still humming with a coordinate none of us could follow. She said it quietly, the way she says everything that matters. I can set a bearing. I've been logging every numeral Dr. Vance ever used. I can't read the sentences. I can't hear what you hear, but I can count, and Holt's coordinate is a number I can replicate. Reyes looked at me, I looked at Bello, and for the first time since I burned the reading out of myself, I felt something other than grief, and it was terror, because Bello was offering to navigate, and I knew in the quiet place where the language used to live, that counting is not enough. I tried to stop her. I told her that the numerals were not just values, that they carried direction and weight, and a kind of tonal grammar that changed meaning with pressure, that getting the number right and the tone wrong would land you on a world that was close to where you wanted to be, but not close enough, and that close, on the grid, is the most dangerous distance there is. She listened, she nodded. Then she said, Vance, the number in the socket is falling twice as fast as it was yesterday. Holt is alone on the far side of the grid walking toward a thing that is now running toward her. I have an approximate coordinate and a steady hand. Will approximate do, or would you prefer exact and never? I could not argue with that. I have never been able to argue with Bello. She is always wrong at exactly the right time. Reyes would not let her go alone. I would not let either of them go without me, even blind to the door, even useless. Bello set the coordinate, her chalk shaking, her lips moving through numerals I could hear but no longer understand. Like listening to someone sing in a language you once spoke, every note familiar, every word gone. The door lit. The socket turned, and Bello stepped through first. Wrong world. I knew it before my boots touched stone. Not the red emergency light of the base, not the grey of our earth, not the dead plane I had crossed before. Red rock under an orange sky, the ground curving up at the edges like standing inside a vast bowl, and the air tasting of copper and something older. Bello's face fell. Not much, just enough. The tone, she said. You were right. I had the number. I missed the weight. Reyes was already scanning the horizon such as it was. No structures, no movement, no sign of Holt or anything that had ever been alive, just red stone curving up and up until the sky ate it. And then I felt it, the hum. The thing I had not told Reyes about low down where the door used to be. Not words, not glyphs, just pressure, the way you feel a train coming through the rail before you hear it. And on this wrong world, this approximate world, the hum was louder than it had ever been. I put my hand on the stone and the stone was warm. There were lines in the rock, silver, faint, running through the red stone the way the door's language once ran through me, not carved, grown. As if the stone itself had learned the old tongue, or as if something had written it there, slowly, over 10,000 years, the way the listener had grown into a tree. This world was a word. That is the only way I can say it, not a place with writing on it, a place that was writing. The precursors had not just mapped the grid. They had written on it, turned whole worlds into sentences, and this one, this approximate wrong world we had stumbled onto, because Bello missed a tone, was saying something I could feel but no longer read. It's not gone, I said, and my voice did not sound like mine. The reading, it's not gone, it's here, in the grid. The worlds are holding the parts of the language I burned out of myself. The door didn't destroy it. It put it back where it came from. Bello stared at me. Reyes stared at me. And the hum rose just a little, the way a word rises when you are almost remembering it, when it is sitting in your mouth waiting for you to be brave enough to say it. Reyes saw it first. Something at the top of the curve, where the red stone met the orange sky. A structure, not natural, not human, old in a way that made the door look young. And beside it, small and clear against all that red, a figure, walking toward it. Holt. A world away from where she should be, on a coordinate she could not have set, standing on a world made of language, walking towards something the precursors built before they learned to be afraid.